Hey guys, my name is Leia and welcome back to Anime Recap Pro. In today's video, we will be finishing off part 2 of Arifureta. But before we get started, be sure to hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate your support. And without any other delays, let's get started. Last time we left off, Shea joined the gang, and they hit the road. They proceed to Rice and George, who has a doorway leading to another labyrinth. The voice of Madrick Mildei Raisin, who constructed the labyrinth-like maze full of practical jokes that primarily target Shea, welcomes them. Hajime's classmates decide to leave the labyrinth and assist Aiko on the farms. To confront the boss, Milady controlling a massive robot, Hajime and the girls make it to the bottom of the labyrinth. They finally succeed in breaking their crystal heart after protracted battle. Milady assures Hajime that despite his denials, he will eventually become a god killer and defeat Ahit. With her last remaining strength, she wishes Hajime luck in her battle with Ahit. They discover Milady's soul, which Shea punishes for all the jokes inside a small, cartoonish golem when they reach the end of the treasure room. She awards Yue her ancient gravity magic and Hajime her ring for successfully navigating the labyrinth. She then uses a whirlpool to expel them from the labyrinth, but Shea drowns because she is incapable of swimming. Hajime revives her using CPR, but after she awakens and takes the opportunity to give him a violent kiss, he attempts to drown her once more. They locate an inn while exhausted, and Shea insistently demands that Hajime spend the night after losing her virginity. Now humiliated in front of everyone, Hajime punishes Shea once more. The Adventurers Guild asks Hajime to look for adventurers who have gone missing, one of whom is a nobleman's son. They travel to a nearby farming community unaware that Aiko and several of their classmates are visiting the farms, though one of them, Shimizu, has vanished. Despite Hajime's efforts to avoid them, they can hear Shea addressing him by name. Aiko confronts him about his whereabouts in a tearful manner, but he ignores her. When an arrogant Templar knight confronts them, Shea is insulted, resulting in severe injuries from Hajime. His new, ruthless personality has shocked and alarmed his classmates, but Aiko swears she will find a way to bring him back. Later, Hajime visits Aiko by himself to inform her of the truth regarding the conflict with the demons. Many people learned the truth many centuries ago that the god Ahit was not on their side and only directed the war for his own amusement. To liberate mortals from Ahit's rule, the people assumed the role of the liberators. Sadly, Ahit ordered their renaming to Mavericks and classified them as heretics by the church. The remaining liberators constructed the labyrinths to protect their ancient magics until someone who could defeat Ahit came along to claim their abilities. Before leaving, he also makes it clear to her that he is the target of a murder attempt by one of his classmates. The following morning, Aiko wants to know more about the liberators, so she and the students stubbornly insist that they help them search the mountains for the adventurers. Hajime looks for the explorers in the mountains using transmuted drones connected to his jewel eye. The only survivor, Will, the son of a noble, tells them a black dragon and an army of monsters attacked them. The dragon attacks them as they are on their way back. Hajime successfully knocks it out of the sky and uses his weapon, the Pile Bunker, which can drive Azanthium stakes through any material to try and pierce its armor, until Shea uses Drucket to take the dragon out. It's about to escape. Hajime decides against penetrating the armor and cruelly drives the stake into the anus, the only exposed area. The dragon begs the man to take out the stake in exchange for all of her knowledge, but the pain prompts her to reveal that she is a female dragonborn who is able to assume a human form. She acknowledges that Will and his friends were attacked by someone using magic, and as restitution, she offers to assist them in finding the offender. Yue persuades Hajime to spare her, even though he still intends to kill her. When the stake is taken out, the dragon changes into a young woman named Tio, a shameless masochist who acknowledges that she slightly enjoyed the steak. Now, their ally Tio reveals that whoever it is preparing to attack the farming village with a 60,000 strong army of monsters. When Aiko asks Hajime to fight, he agrees. He builds barricades around the community while dodging Tio's lustful intentions, who finds something exciting in his combination of verbal abuse and neglect. After embarrassing her by deciding to dedicate their victory to Aiko, goddess of plenty, Hajime uses transformed rocket launchers and miniguns to annihilate the monster army. As the monsters flee, Hajime and Shea rush to apprehend the mysterious robbed commander as Yue and Tio run out of magic and his ammunition runs out. When Shimizu goes missing, Hajime realizes the commander is him. Shimizu acknowledges that he was disappointed he wasn't the only hero who had been called, especially given how weak he was compared to his more powerful classmates. As a result, he agreed to kill Aiko in exchange for power from a demon. He uses poisonous needle to itch Aiko, but a monster sniper fires at him from behind. Hajime kills the sniper and uses a kiss to heal Aiko with ambrosia. When Hajime Hajime notices the lie in Shimizu's eyes, he executes him ruthlessly, devastating Aiko as he lies dying. As they depart, Yue correctly deduces that the sniper was aiming at Aiko. As a result, Hajime killed Shimizu to make Aiko blame Shimizu rather than herself, allowing her to recover much more quickly mentally. A rare mermaid child named Miu is kidnapped by a slavery gang, who then decides to sell her. Hajime pays his fee and delivers Will to his father. They decide that they need a break, so they go sightseeing in the city. They encounter a sentient talking fish in an aquarium and decide to set him free. In return, he spreads a rumor about a kidnapped mermaid. He decides that this bothers him. Once he detects the child in the underground sewers and rescues her, upsetting the slaver's boss. Hajime and Shea wander the city. Miu is kept safe by Hajime and Shea, but they are unsure of what to do next. Yue and Tio talk about splitting Hajime into another place. Miu begs to stay with Hajime, but Hajime chooses to give her to the city guards. Miu is retaken after being handed over in a tearful state, and the guardhouse is attacked. Hajime becomes enraged and starts killing known slavers' associates in preparation for the upcoming auction, saving a lot of kids along the way. When Hajime discovers that the auction in a nobleman's mansion, he kills the boss, saves Miu, and blows up the mansion, killing everyone who attended the auction. When Miu makes the unsettling decision to start calling Hajime Papa, Yue, Shea, and Tio demand that Hajime makes them all pregnant with his children. Hajime does a good job raising Miu despite his unease. Back to the city where Hajime and the other heroes were called, they go to the Adventurers Guild. Here, Hajime encounters a terrified Endo, one of his classmates. Endo warns the group that Catalea the demon has set a trap in the labyrinth for the rest of the group. The class is surrounded by Catalea's summoned monsters and is unable to approach Catalea to attempt to kill her. Hajime is unconcerned until Endo gets upset at Miu, which at that point he turns down all offers of assistance. The majority of the class flees after one of the students, Suzu, is left hurt. To survive, Hiyama advises making deals with the demon. The main character, Koki, approaches Catalea but backs off when she drops a locket containing a photo of her lover, realizing that Catalea has a life aside from the war. He is severely hurt as he hesitates. Hajime decides to save his class with the girl's help, reasoning that since only one of them attempted to kill him, most of them are innocent. Shizuka gets ready to die alongside Kaori because her sword is broken. Hajime, who used his pile bunker to speed through the upper floors, intervenes to save them at the last second. The news that Hajime is still alive astounds everyone. Hajime eliminates all of Catalea's monsters by seeing through their magic. In fear that Hajime will be identified as his attempted murderer, Hiyama is terrified by his return. Shizuku receives a brand new invincible sword from Hajime. When Miu refers to Hajime as Papa, everybody gets confused and Kaori is upset. Hajime captures Catalea as she tries to escape and tortures her for information in front of his classmates. Hajime discovers a formidable demon has escaped from one of the labyrinths and is using ancient magic to raise an army of monsters. Although Catalea forewarns him that her lover will kill him in retaliation, Hajime still murders her. Afterwards, Koki is furious that Hajime killed the defenseless Catalea, so Hajime chastises him for being too feeble to carry out the necessary action that threatens to kill Koki and any of his classmates if they attempt to intervene. Kaori admits to Hajime that she loves him. To compete against Yue, Kaori is adamant about joining his team. Shizuku tries to give the sword he gave her back, but tells her to keep it, despite he hints that he might be growing fond of him. Kaori is incensed to learn that she must share the back seat with Shea and Tio as they depart in Hajime's transformed SUV, while Yue is given the passenger seat next to Hajime. Hajime is still convinced that he will return to Japan, even if that means killing God. Well, that's it for today. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. We really appreciate your support.